Hello and welcome back to the port. I'm the Galloping Major and this is WoWs Weekly. WoWs Weekly is the weekly news video which covers news of World of Warships Legends in the week past and the week coming up. It's a place where I can obviously cover the news of the game. I can also do some channel news and game speculations. I guess first of all start with a bit of channel news. I'm trying to get back into this. Obviously, I've been away from recording due to illness, which just started off with a sore throat, which meant I couldn't speak, which has then been followed by quite a chesty cough, which has been quite difficult to shift, which unfortunately means that due to the way I record, I usually try to record everything in one take. I usually end up coughing and spluttering about every 5 minutes, and even recording while I speak at the moment is still not 100%. Going on to the game news. Let's start off with what's happening today. Today we are seeing the launch of Ranked Season 13. Now, this will continue for 12 days until June the 14th. The difference from the previous season of Ranked is that it's going to be one tier higher ships. So whereas the previous season was tier 3, 4 and 5, this season will be tier 4, 5 and 6. Which means we can dust off those tier 6 ships and take them out for a change. Irrevocable ranks appear to be pretty much similar to the previous season, 11 to 9, 7, 4 and 1, and the rewards will become available at the end of the season, so basically you get, not quite sure, because sometimes you get the rewards as you go along, sometimes you get some other rewards at the end. Now for a more in-depth breakdown of ranked in regards to like maps, and so you can scrutinise those rewards a bit more, then there will be a link down in the description. Also coming out this week on Monday, we saw the launch of a new permanent camouflage for the German premium tier 7 battleship ODIN. Now ODIN was a reward at the end of a campaign. She comes with a permanent camouflage anyway, so having an additional permanent camouflage for a ship that already has one seems a bit questionable. I guess it's more of a taste and style. It's like NORDIC inspired, and it will cost you 750 doubloons. Obviously, Odin is now available as a global XP ship, so she is available to everyone, really, I guess you could say. Last week we also saw the release of the Russian Tier 5 premium cruiser, Admiral Makarov, or simply known as Makarov, for 10,000 doubloons. I have recorded a review of that ship, and that'll be carded top right now. But to give you a quick summary, it's basically a premium Nuremberg. However, you get 100 meters more gun range, 2 less triple torpedo launchers, so you'll go from having 12 torpedoes down to only 6 torpedoes. You do get an improved anti-aircraft complement, but you lose a catapult fighter, and for some reason, even though it's the same ship, by the installation of Russian paint, it's got worse concealment, and you also sacrificed your having German sonar for having standard sonar. It's not exactly anything super exciting, I have to be completely honest. Now this patch, obviously we have seen the release of the Bureau projects for the Kleber and the Worcester. Now the breakdowns of these Bureau projects has been released on Reddit. Now I usually like to go over them in quite a lot of depth, however I do know that does take quite a lot of time. So down in the description they will both be linked, and I will do a quick summary of them all. Going on to the Kleber to start with, obviously the longest tick rate is 393 days and 12 hours. The shortest tick rate is 51 days and 12 hours, and that's if you have all the Patreons, the premium fleet, and you complete the special trials. What I mean by that is if you have the premium ships which have a higher tick rate, and you also have the premium ships which you can then take into battle to get the win, which obviously will earn you more. There seems to be a thing that they're now doing where premium ships will earn you more and progress you quicker in a Bureau project. However, the difference between having a premium ship assigned to this and not, with the maximum tick rate of having non-premium ships, is only 57 days and 16 hours. So the difference between the two is not massively. And comparing the Worcester to the Kleber, it's exactly the same tick rates. When it comes to the breakdowns of the rewards, they're very similar, I guess you could say. So for the Kleber, you're getting 12 revolutionary camouflages, 12 basic containers, 8 promotion orders, 8 days premium, 1 universal commendation, 1 insignia, 9,000 global XP, 90,000 elite XP, 900,000 credits, Philip Abion as a commander, and obviously the Destroyer Club Bear. Now it's quite amusing when comparing that to, say, the Worcester. The Worcester actually seems to give you less rewards as you go along. So with the Worcester, okay, you're going to get some more camouflages. You get 18 red, white and blue camouflages. However, you only get 6 basic containers. You do get more promotional orders. You get 12. You still get 8 days premium. You still get 1 insignia, but you're not getting that universal accommodation that you would get with the Kleber project. The Kleber XP is the same, the Elite XP is the same, the credits are the same. Commander-wise, you're getting Thomas Kincaid, and obviously with the ship, you're getting the Worcester. Now, having a brief look over the segments, when it comes to the commanders, it looks like it's French, Russian, Italian, British, German, and that's all. So that's the main nations that they're focusing on there. And when it comes to the ships, French, German, and Italian, British as well. And yeah, that seems to be about it. So again, those are the nations that they seem to be honing in. Obviously, these ships. It's quite interesting. Quite a lot of nice British ships there to play. Some interesting German ones as well, I guess you could add. Russian as well. Yeah, that's basically the summary there, really. So if you focus on those nations, then you should be alright. Looking through, it seems to be mostly cruisers and destroyers in regards to the ships that you need to complete the Kleber Bureau project. Going on to the Worcester. When it comes to the commanders, obviously American, German, French, Russian, and that's all. So again, those are the nations they're focusing on. And when it comes to the ships, American, French, Russian, and I'm not seeing anything else. Nothing else. It's German as well. Mostly cruisers and destroyers, occasionally a battleship here and there. So that's just a quick breakdown of the ships. I'm not going to go through every single ship because that would take a good while for me to go through, and that's probably not going to be the most fun to listen to. Also, previous week we saw the release of 2 historically inspired skins for Bismarck and Hood. In some regards, there is possibly something to be extracted from. I mean, there's ums and ahs whether Bismarck actually did have her turret tops painted yellow, if they did, to what extent, if they did, which turrets. So obviously that's what their hood, well, that's what Bismarck's represented in. She's got yellow turret tops. She's also got some false bow waves, but that's about it really. And obviously this camo comes in the Last Conquest, which just depicts it as a originally clean look, and then from the bottom of the ocean, which shows it battle damage. With the hood, it's just red, white and blue. Blue hull and superstructure, white turret faces with red turret tops. This is historically inspired by fantasy, I believe, as there's nothing. There's no, like, at least with Bismarck you could say, wow, there's some possibility it might have happened. With Hood, it's a complete work of fiction, and again you can get it in nice clean look or battle damaged. Going on to obviously they're pushing legendary Godzilla and mighty Kong. Now I know that they have done a small patch which has improved the volume of the roars of the ships. I have found myself rather amused by people complaining that they don't have this giant monkey on their boat as it goes into battle, but I think we kind of all knew that was going to happen, considering that it came out on World of Warships PC beforehand, and there was a massive ruckus happening over on PC in regards to the voiceovers. I'm still not 100% completely sold on how on them is the best way to put it. And in regards to the commanders, they seem intriguing, but I'm in no rush to use them. And in regards to the ships, they're basically tech tree ships, really. The Fuso's not really any different, in all honesty. The New Mexico, it looks like, some people point out it's the Idaho instead, which looks to have an improved anti-aircraft complement. So that's partially justifiable, but I'd rather just see it labelled as the Idaho, in all honesty. Anyway, if it does interest you, if you want something for nothing, down in the description will be a redeem code where you can get the Godzilla and Kong patches. So it's nice to see that actually giving something away for free. And also the link will be down there too. The code will be available until July the 1st. Furthermore, this week we also saw a redeem code for a Memorial Day patch and a flag. This is basically a poppy on a green background. So again, that will be down in the description, and this code will be available until June the 20th. Well, that's everything in regards to the game. Very quick summary. I know I'm missing out a few things like patches and things like that, like mini patches and things like that. I know they've done some work on the Zerlink second wave commanders for the PS5 is one way to put it. In regards to channel news, I'm just trying to get back into the swing of it. I know I've got to try and reach out to the patrons and get them sorted with a video, and hoping that I can get back to being completely 100% without the potential scare of me coughing and spluttering. Going to keep live streaming as well on the Fridays. That seems to be working even with this cough and cold, I guess you could say. But when we get there, we get there, and I do look forward to really getting back into the swing of things. In regards to speculations, I don't think there's too much really to start speculating about. We're only in the 3rd week of this patch, aren't we? So maybe I'll start looking at doing some speculations next week in regards to what might be coming in the next patch. But I guess we've already had it partially hinted: Italian battleships, German carriers, and pan-European destroyers. Which one's going to come first? I think I've already partially discussed this previously, so I'll hold off and we'll revisit that topic next week, I guess you could say. Well, I hope you're all staying safe and staying well, and if you have enjoyed this while I was with you, feel free to give it a thumbs up. If you enjoy this kind of content, feel free to subscribe. More than likely, you guys are the subscribers who have kind of stuck it out for the past 2 weeks, and that's much obliged. It's good to come back, and it's good to see you guys. So until next time, I'm the Gareth Major, and back to the port.
Hey, hey, clear the way. Here comes the galloping major. Bumpity, 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 bump. Get out of the way there, you fellows, unless you want me to run you down.